Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition, where I've been spending the last 2 minutes just staring at this. But I did remember, we got Arbor Wilds, Crucius. For once, looked to the elves for guidance. The Dalish shunned the Arbor Wilds when the people who would start a war over a single crumbling wall ignore a large elven ruin to the south that boasts disaster. There is beauty and curiosity in the forest, such as trees that rise as tall as towers, but those who travel too deep into them never return. You asked if I could identify the elven architecture from the few existing sketches of the outer ruins. They have curious similarities to stonework found in Arlathon, so I would guess it is likely an old elven temple dating 200-300 years before the Imperium. Anything else is conjecture that I feel will spurn you on in this folly. Letter from a scholar of the Tevinter Imperium to Magister Crucius, a mage of high standing who led a doomed expedition into the Arbor Wilds a year afterwards. I want to make sure. So I kind of scanned through Kaer Oswin, and we read through the Emprise de Luyan Halam Sharal. Did we? I don't know if we read that one, but you guys can pause it if you want. Like, I remember reading it, but Farah, Skyhold, notes. I just don't remember if if it has been updated. Archivist. Was the place where the sky was held back. Solus. Sarah, we've already read that. Pretty sure you read the city-stated Kirkwall. Fade, Fallowmire, Forbidden Oasis, Hinterlands, Summer Bazaar, Storm Coast, The Still Ruins. I think we read that one. I'm pretty sure. If not, I do want to go to these so bad. Val Royaux, Temple of Mythal. Once again, Genitavi is completely at odds with reality. Ancient elven temples were no simple shrines. Extensive digging shows that buildings radiated out of the main edifice, much like a city wrapped around a palace. Indeed, these temple complexes must have been cities once, with a veritable army of functionaries running them. Each cult had different rituals, oblations, and prayers to their chosen patron that ran all hours of the day. The time and effort devoted to them must have been staggering. Perhaps it's best we have lost knowledge of these pagan rites. The deities that the old elves worshipped, if they existed at all, were clearly demons masquerading as higher powers. One shudders to think of what went on before their thrones. Psh. I don't know. So much has been lost. I don't know. That's the thing, is I never really understand why Solus doesn't like the Dalish. Because at least they're trying, you know? Like, what would he rather them do, you know? Not do anything? To completely forget? At least they're trying. Okay, well, let's check out a couple things. Let's see, we've gotten this, we think we've read this as it came up. Right. Arlathon. Ugh. Where was part 1? Androl and God. Dirthama. Oh, Dwarven inscriptions, history and ways. After many years, Farrell, greatest of. Oh, right. Elgarnan, Emperor Florian, June, Gillenane, Fenharal. Right. Huh. The Forgotten Ones. Huh. I mean, I remember this, but... So maybe was Fenrir doing this maybe for the good of everybody? Like maybe the gods meddling in the world of elves and humans wasn't for the best. 'Cause, like the Greek tales, like like Zeus and Aphrodite, like you read like the Odysseus and the Iliad, the Odyssey and the Iliad. Um, the gods, the humans are just their playthings. Like you just you were where it was like. People try to make their life seem worth something. Like back in the this is how some people see tales like this, is that people were trying to make their lives at least seem like they were worth something, even if it was just as playthings to the gods type thing. But so maybe it was for the best. I didn't. I wonder. But I wonder if the right, see, Elgarnan and Mythal created the world as we knew it. We know it, and Andril taught us the way of the hunter. Huh. Before the fall of Arlathan, with others of their kind, the gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence. So our gods, well, and with the Norse gods, they were constantly fighting the ice giants, whose name I also can't remember. But there was always constant battle between the ice giants, and like the Thor movies and stuff aren't exact. They're pretty good in some ways, but then again, they're not exact replicas. But you can't really have an exact replica because a lot of the texts actually differ. Like the old, like Icelandic sagas and stuff. Like was Loki Thor's son or his brother? Was he half giant or was he not? But this is like the gods, like the Greek gods and the Titans. Except not quite, because the Titans were like elemental, like the fears of the people in elemental form. But seems like these gods, the elvish gods, they were like the good in the world, maybe. I wonder, like, I'd like to think. Oh, Mythal, yeah. Mythal walked out of the sea of the earth's tears and onto the land. She placed her hand on Elgarnan's brow, and at her touch he grew calm and knew that his anger had led him astray. I like that. I actually, like, I probably would have chosen Mythal even, like, if I'd have known what the symbols meant, I like the idea of the dual nature protector and, like, being born from the sea type thing. I like the ocean. I'm just trying to see if maybe... Oh, right, the Orlesian stuff. We haven't read it. We haven't read some of this. Victory in the grand game is not merely determined by what one has at one's command, one's connections, and one's machinations, but what one is willing to give up. Clearest example is the caprice, blah. Favors for chevaliers from their lovers or patrons, sending them the fountain's radiant position, so was offered a sacrifice, a bribe to entrust, to keep the chevalier safe in the battlefield. The more one headed up on the warfare, that's the name. Huh. So it's a specific kind of coin. Right, we read that. Silas. Ritual Tower. Many timid structures led the wastelands of southwestern Orlais. The age before the first blight, Imperium expanded through the south at an incredible rate, and the lands farthest from Minrathous became home to a great many sites dedicated to magical experimentation. Oh, right, I remember. The Dales of Promised Lost. I mean, there's tons of these. The Lion of Orlais. Oh. and it was a dragon. Oh, wow. Ah. Oh. That was from Brother Genetivi to Prince Kaelin Theron. Okay. We've read that. The Rebel God. Interesting. Yeah, I have this book. Wave the Champion, Wave the Templar, Winter Palace. Ah. Right, those are little things. Okay. Whew. Let's carry on for a bit. I'm almost nervous to enter in here. It's like this is like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And I don't want to leave. Ooh. See, now it's getting all dungeony, but I love these wall paintings. It's like a flying horse. I'm glad I'm in Dalish armor for this. Wow, cool! Oh my gosh! I hope I don't have to, like, equip... I didn't equip that thing on my weapon. That rune. I hope that isn't gonna screw me over. Oh, boy. Seriously? Seriously, guys? Seriously, guys? Oh, okay, these are Red Templars. I thought they were like the elves. We're in a bad spot. You both are casting barrier. Only one of you needs to. I will run. I'm getting... If I can kind of keep this guy between me, maybe? Nope, nope, not gonna happen. Ow, ow, ow. I do have a lot of guard on, though. Oh, there's only one guy over here. Ow, it didn't work. Oh, there's multiple arrow people. Just fall over already, okay? Fall over. I think maybe my weapon isn't doing so well because of the corrupting rune. Oh, maybe next time I'll have to remember this because then I can change the runes on my weapons for like what I'm gonna go face. Except next time I'm actually thinking I might oh, I don't know.
Come on, we might catch them.
Come on, we might catch them. My mouth's not moving. Woo!
Hold a moment. While they rush ahead, this leads to our true destination. We should walk the petitioner's path as before.
People are dying outside while we stand here. If we use the tunnel, more of our soldiers can flee.
In this case, I must agree with the witch. This is ancient ground, deserving of our respect.
You see the urgency? We cannot find the Well of Sorrows unprepared.
We don't know what's behind those doors. They might have a reason for going another way.
Had they the option, they would have proceeded. That must lead to their goal.
Their goal? Or yours?
There is a danger to the natural order. Legends walked Thedas once, things of might and wonder. Their passing has left us all the lesser. Corypheus would squander the ancient power of the well. I would have it restored.
I wasn't expecting your answer to be so romantic.
Trust me, your surprise is matched only by my own. Mankind blunders through the world, crushing what it does not understand. Elves, dragons, magic. The list is endless. We must stem the tide, or be left with nothing more than the mundane. This I know to be true.
I agree.
I read more in the first chamber than I revealed.
Of course you did.
It said a great boon is given to those who use the Well of Sorrows, but at a terrible price.
Why didn't Solus know
What
it?
exactly did that altar say about the Well of Sorrows?
Like most Elven writing, it was insufferably vague.
Hmm.
The term I deciphered was Halam Shivanas, the sweet sacrifice of duty. It implies the loss of something personal for duty's sake, yet for those who served at this temple, a worthwhile trade.
What sort of curse should we brace ourselves for if we use the well?
'Twould be easier by far to advise you of a curse. This price is not so well defined. My priority is your cause, but if the opportunity arises to save this well, I am willing to pay the cost.
Wow.
And gain what?
That is what we must discover. The rituals may point the way.
Wow. So, do we have two ways we could go?
Yes.
More rituals. What are they for, do you know?
I believe they signify an intent to lay oneself bare, to champion a cause without pity, regret, or shame. Mathal's cult was not fond of vacillation. One approached them with nothing less than complete confidence.
What happened to those who were less sure of themselves?
Legend does not say. Perhaps this place has a more gruesome history than we know.
I want to discuss the well again.
Oh, I see.
Ah!
An opportunity to use the well may not even arise. I understand this. All I meant to suggest is that, if it does, I be the one to do so. I am willing to accept the consequences.
You would pay the price for this, and you don't even know yet what it does.
We know Corypheus seeks
She
the
pays.
well
She wants
and
to pay the
believes it
price for the
valuable.
world she
We
envisions.
also know it to be guarded jealously.
Perhaps.
The last remnant of a culture thought dead and gone. So yes, I would take my chances, if you permit it.
You said you want to preserve old powers. To what end? What will you do with them?
There is a struggle to control the world's future path. Can you not see it? History haunts us, Inquisitor. It seeks to resurface. Corypheus is but the first to arise. For all the evil that was, there is also good. I will fight for it. I must.
How do you know the Well of Sorrows isn't a source of evil? After all, Corypheus seeks it.
A fair point. We cannot know for certain. Yet.
How can you not care what the consequences are? Even Corypheus seems to.
I'm not a child grasping after a toy. I understand the risk of what I seek. Let us turn our attention to hunting your enemies, shall we? Discussion of the well can wait.
Not done.
Yes?
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
It may have served as a chamber of reflection. Perhaps to contemplate the righteousness of one's cause.
Interesting that we're
More
here.
importantly, I suspect none were permitted beyond this area without a priest. Ancient texts claim Mythal passed judgment in the flesh, but 'twas surely the priests who proclaimed rulings here.
Didn't we already ask that?
Why did the ancient elves insist on so many rites?
We may safely assume one did not petition high priests for Mythal's justice by strolling up and knocking. I see no more insufferable ceremony here than in a chantry.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
As you wish. What is this, whoa, who's speaking?
You abandon these rituals, Inquisitor?
No, I'm not.
Think carefully.
I'm not. I just wanted to know what the glowy thing was. Oh. Okay.
There is no return once we leap after the Templars.
Oh, so that... Oh. So we have to, like, jump across there or something? And this is the way to go... I'm very intrigued. Wait, what? Open this door by completing rituals? What rituals? Hold up. I feel like I should, like, save or something. Oh. This looks like a thing. Wow. Oh. Wow. Song to Falendin, the god of death. The people swore their lives to Falendin, who mastered the dark that lies, whose shadows hunger, whose faithful sing, whose wings of death surround him thick as night. Let then Avir, master scryer, be our guide through shapeless worlds and airless skies. Song of Falendin found the temple of Mythal.
Who is this meant to be?
Falendin, overseer
Dean.
of funerals and guide to the Elven dead. I have heard the Dalish invoke him on their deathbed, or before quests from which they expect no return.
My clan's hunters asked for his blessing when we fought bandits. Our keeper taught them the prayers.
I do not believe they sing songs about Falendin's vanity.
Do you know any legends?
It is said Falendin's appetite for adulation was so great, he began wars to amass more worshippers.
Oh.
The blood of those who wouldn't bow low filled lakes as wide as oceans.
Really?
Mythal rallied the gods once the shadow of Falendin's hunger stretched across her own people. It was almost too late. Falendin only surrendered when his brethren bloodied him in his own temple.
My clan never told a story like that about Falendin.
The further the Dalish spread, the further their stories branch and grow. Never mistake them for arbiters of true Elven culture.
Then what should we do, Solus? What is your solution? What is your solution to all this? Falendin. But what about his brother, yeah? Oh, is it like... kind of like the blind brother and the bright brother in the Norse legend? I wonder what happened to the other one. They would not be separated. I remember, if I remember correctly, Falendin and his brother Falendin. I think Solus pronounced it Falendin. Interesting. I wonder if Solus... I've actually kind of wondered before if Solus would actually like to wear those keeper robes, you know? Because he doesn't really like the Dalish. That is something I wonder about. Wow. Probably gonna cut some of this out. I keep stopping to like admire the scenery. I just keep trying to think like, you know, as an elf, like as a Dalish elf, I'm like in the heart of ancient Elven, not just Halamsharal. Like this is like Arlathon type stuff, you know? Like this is the true elvish center. Mystery of June. Each elven god represents an aspect of their ancient civilization, each story a metaphor for this aspect, as do most mythologies. June's is least understood. Depictions stretch back to ancient Arlathon, but he appears most seldom of all their deities. Dalish legend says June is a god of crafts and buildings, but the oldest depictions have none of the tools the Dalish associate with him. June's role may have changed over time, or simply cannot be understood today, as the elves fell into timid or spared little thought to preserving any Dalish culture not convenient or understood. Senalin Taverner. Hey, tell me about this one.
Yes. Let's
Solus.
continue. As you wish.
Oh. Where? This is massive. I mean, this temple is huge. Oh! I didn't realize. Oh, dang it. Oops. Oh, crap. I didn't realize that. Aha! Is that not it? Oh. Do I have to do all of it? Mythal, or is this for June? Or somebody else? Did we come over to a different area?
That did something. Indeed. Time to proceed to the next ritual, I should think.
Can I walk on it now? Okay, good. So that was the owl and the elk creature that they ride. That I guess we all could ride, really. June. Okay, so this was all June. Come here, Morgan.
Yes?
Do you know what this part of the temple was used for?
It may have served as a chamber of reflection. More importantly, ancient texts claim Mythal passed judgment.
Let's continue.
As you wish.
I think it's interesting. This is the temple we're at. I mean, considering that this is sort of what we're doing, you know? Like, being judged to see if our cause is true and, like, if our fortitude is enough type thing. What are the circles? Oh, so do we have to go back across? Okay. It's a broken mosaic. Oh. Okay, I can't. I was like, oh crap, that's like totally ruining. What? What was that? Was that the sound of the... like the ritual, like undoing itself? Because I'm taking too long? Well, we've got to go across now, I think. So we went into that one, right?
Will you abandon these rituals, Inquisitor?
No.
Think carefully. There is no return once we leap after the Templars.
I'm not leaping after the Templars. Crazy? Andrul. Elven god Andrul. One day Andrul grew tired of hunting mortal men and beasts. She began stalking the Forgotten Ones, wicked things that thrive in the abyss. Yet even a god should not linger there, and each time she entered the void, Andrul suffered longer and longer periods of madness after returning. Andrul put on armor made at the void, and all forgot her true face. She made weapons of darkness and plague at her lands. She howled things meant to be forgotten, and the other gods became fearful Andrul would hunt them in turn. So Mythal spread rumors of a monstrous creature and took the form of a great serpent, waiting for Andrul at the base of a mountain. When Andrul came, Mythal sprang on the hunter. They fought for 3 days and 3 nights. Andrul slashing deep gouges into the serpent's hide, but Mythal's magic sapped Andrul's strength and stole her knowledge of how to find the void. After this, the great hunter could never make her way back to the abyss, and peace returned.
What's this?
I believe we are in the presence of the Elven goddess Ondrul, Lady of the Hunt.
Or a goddess of sacrifice, according to some.
Eh?
Truly? I wonder if that is why Ondrul's patron animal is the hare. 'Tis said the Dalish invoke her before a chase, especially if they happen to be stalking humans.
My clan avoided human settlements. Never mind raiding them.
A sound tactic, if one has room to maneuver out of harm's way. Other Dalish clans do not keep so scrupulously hidden.
You didn't say anything about June. And this is the same picture, or the same statue. It must be Mythal because she's everywhere. I'm glad there are no Templars. It lets you kind of explore the place. But I guess before we go on to this section, I'll call it here. Autosave. Perfect timing. Thank you all for joining me. This has been very interesting for sure. I'm loving it. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks.